Hi, I'm Alyson the Crocheter.
And I'm Vivian the Knitter, and you're listening to Keep Calm and Carry Yarn.
Hello, and welcome to episode 19 of Keep Calm and Carry Yarn. This is a knitting and crocheting podcast hosted by me and my mom, Vivian. I'm recording from my home here in Edinburgh.
And I'm recording from my home here in New Hampshire.
Hello, everyone. We're back to our normal audio-only format.
Yay!
In our own respective countries. Okay, you said yay as if you don't want to be with me.
I didn't like the video thing. I didn't like looking at myself either, like when I was, you know?
I found it easier to edit.
Oh.
Slightly. But that was just me.
Well, I didn't.
Anyway, so back to normal this week. Yeah, let's just jump right in, shall we?
Sure.
We wanted to say hey to Lorna, who's Zebra Kitten on Ravelry, because she said hello on our welcome thread in our Ravelry group, which has been a bit dead recently. So it was good to have someone introduce themselves and say hey, hi.
Hi, Lorna. Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for joining us. Just want to say hi to any other new listeners, new subscribers, maybe people who have since heard of us after being announced as one of the EYF podcasters, possibly.
Yeah, I think, we got some traffic from that. Very exciting.
And just to sort of get that out of the way, just to remind people that we will be at the Edinburgh Yarn Festival, the both of us, and we're planning on being at the podcaster meetup thingy on both Friday and Saturday, so not Thursday, most likely, because you arrive Thursday morning and we'll need a bit of a rest.
Yep, and I'll probably be jet lagged because, however many hours I get on the airplane is however many hours I get to sleep that night.
And then we're also planning on going to the KCAL on Friday night, which is like the big sort of party that is attached to the Yarn Fest. That's like an official event at the Corn Exchange, so if anyone else is going to be there, we'll be there. And I'm excited because I've never actually gone to a KCAL yet, and it's been almost a year that I've lived here.
Yeah, just about.
I was saying to somebody that the closest thing I've gotten is I volunteer with a Girl Guide unit, and so we had like a sort of mini KCAL for Burns night, and they did a few dances, and so I was dancing with the girls, and like there was a lot of spinning, and I got really dizzy, and I'm like, I'm too old for this.
Oh boy, that was
and then we're also planning on going to the Sunday afternoon, sort of like a knitting night, but not at night sort of thing. They're planning on doing like I don't know, it's just sort of a smaller thing on the Sunday after the festival's over. People can, come and knit and crochet, and I think they might have like a couple vendors still selling, so it'll be like a smaller sort of thing. And then whatever Faye organizes for the Thursday night as like a sort of crochet night, we're planning to go to also. Well,
yeah, I'll be there with my bells on.
So hope to see as many of you as possible there, which is coming up. It's like in like a month and a half now, yeah?
You know what else?
What else?
That we forgot to talk about before we hit record?
What?
Tomorrow is our first podiversary.
Oh my gosh! Is that for real?
Yeah, it's for real.
Oh, well, we forgot to bring in all the bells and whistles and stuff for that. That happened. But by the time this airs, it'll
be afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, so this is our 1 year. Oh, damn it. Did I bleep that out? I was just looking at our iTunes thing and like, because I always mark that like it's a clean podcast, so I'm like, shouldn't leave that out.
If you want me to, I will. But it's not an explicit word.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. I'm not dropping F-bombs.
Nope.
Right, so happy 1 year to us.
Yay, happy anniversary, podiversary. Woohoo! We've been doing this for a year.
That's weird.
We're still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a year ago you were sitting on the floor with me while we recorded, remember?
Our very first episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Both with our headsets on, trying to sit far enough away from each other that our microphones wouldn't
catch each other.
Pick up the other person's audio. And yeah.
Yep. That was pretty funny.
Right. So, shall we jump into our BuzzFeed quiz?
Yeah, sure. This BuzzFeed quiz, it answers the question, what type of millennial stereotype are you? I'm not actually a millennial.
No, you're not. But that's why this is funny. I am.
What did you like?
But I like how the tagline is, it's only 8 questions, perfect for you lazy millennials.
What did you get?
In fact, the stereotype I got was, you are lazy and entitled. But then, so the description says, just kidding. Actually, studies have shown that millennials are more competitive, driven, and result-oriented at work compared to previous generations. They're also more likely to listen to their bosses. So next time someone tries to throw this tired old stereotype in your face, be sure to hit them with facts.
Mine says pretty much the same thing, except it says, you're a total narcissist. And just kidding, actually studies have indicated that millennials aren't really more self-obsessed than previous generations. There's also evidence to suggest that millennials are more generous with others. So next time somebody tries to throw this tired old stereotype in your face, be sure to hit them with the facts. So it pretty much says the same thing. So I'm not a narcissist?
Well.
So it doesn't answer any question. Okay, so that BuzzFeed quiz was kind of pointless, but fun. Anyway.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny because we took that mom quiz before.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a narcissist.
I want to know which avocado toast you chose to buy.
Which avocado toast? I think it was the one with the tomatoes.
Oh, I went for the tomatoes too because, you know what? It was the cracked pepper on top that I was like, that looks good.
Yeah,
but in fact, I have never eaten smashed avocado on toast. So
does guac count?
But not on toast.
No.
There's definitely like people at my work who actually will make like smashed avocado on toast to eat.
Really? And
I just like really the best form of avocado is as guacamole. Any other form, like, it's all right, but
no, I like it sliced in my sandwiches sometimes, depending on the sandwich.
Yeah, that's all right. But mostly it's the best as guac.
Yeah, and usually we make the guac, the chip that we eat with our guac is actually only the vehicle that puts the guac in our mouth, because we can eat it by the spoonfuls.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, I made guacamole a couple weeks ago, and it was just me and Madeline. And we were at the grocery store, and we're buying avocados, and she keeps picking, and I was like, it's just the two of us. How much guacamole do you want me to buy? How much avocados? So she's like, oh yeah, it's just the two of us.
So for the only other question that I'm really interested in is the house that you picked. Did you pick the first one?
I picked the one with the pool.
The last one.
It's the one that you're never able to afford.
That
one looked the fanciest.
With the like Italian looking one.
Yeah, with the pool.
I picked the one next to it, the like modern looking one. I think it also has a pool. Like in the very corner. Is that not a pool? A sliver of pool?
I see. I don't know. Oh yeah, you're right. It does have a pool. A tiny corner. Though that beach house, I probably wouldn't be able to afford, because even though it's a teeny tiny beach house, it's right on the beach, so it's probably like a couple $1 million for that little shack. Yeah. That was fun.
Righty. So, our Ultra Violet KCAL is still running for another month-ish.
Just over a month?
Just under a month.
Oh, you're right. March 1st, not March 15th. Sorry.
Which I think that'll be fine. I think we'll be good if we end it March 1st. No one's picked any like
giant projects,
yeah. Although somebody finished a very large shawl.
Oh, the one with the
ombre, ombre one.
Yeah.
That one was nice. Yeah, so if you want to make up a small project, you still have time. It's basically just make something purple. Is what it's turned into. Any shade of purple, but
any shade.
Specifically the Pantone Color of the Year Ultraviolet Purple. And so people have posted in the FO threads. We've got some cool things in there. But yeah.
Did you finish your project?
So this kind of like is a good segue into whips, I suppose, because my Ultraviolet KCAL project is still a whip. It was so close to finishing.
Almost done.
I just need to do the ribbing on the last side.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to finish it this morning or this afternoon before we went out because I was like, it's actually a nice day today. The sun was out. It's not too cloudy. And I thought, good lighting, could take some pictures. Let me just finish this really quick. It's got like 2 more rows to do. And I'll just finish it. And then like, I won't block it or anything, but take it out, like take some nice pictures. But I was halfway through finishing it when I realized I was using the wrong hook size.
Oh no.
And
for the edging or
yeah, so the
you have to
pattern
change
yeah, the
hook size?
pattern suggests it doesn't say you have to, but it suggests that you could use a smaller hook size for the ribbing.
Mhm.
And then move up to a bigger one for the rest of it. So I did do that. The main bit is done in a 4mm, so I think the ribbing I did in a 3.5. So as I was doing it, and it was, the ribbing was actually working up, I looked at it and I thought, this doesn't look the same as the other. And then I remembered, damn it. So I had to rip it out, so I didn't actually finish it. So by the time we publish this, I probably will be done with it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not just now. So it's the Carloway Cowl. Carloway Cowl.
Well, I don't know why you have such a hard time with that name.
It's the Carloway Cowl from Inside Crochet issue 83, and I used that Orkney Angora yarn that we talked about in the last couple episodes, which I really like. I like the way it's worked up and stuff, and using the 4mm hook with the yarn, the hook almost felt too big for the yarn because it's a DK weight yarn, but I don't really know that much about weights of yarn, but it doesn't really seem that far off of like a 4-ply, like a sock yarn.
Well, it isn't. It's only a little bit bigger than a sock yarn.
Is it sock sport then DK?
Sport is lighter than DK. DK is closer to worsted, so.
Right. So looking at this, I would have thought that a DK weight should be thicker than this because it seems so close to like a 4-ply.
Well, all I know is like when I do, I almost feel like DK and sport is like interchangeable because they're so close.
I don't
That
know.
makes sense.
But anyway, it seems quite thin, and using this hook size, the hook seems too big, but it actually works up really nice, and it's like kind of drapey. The yarn itself is soft because it's 50% Angora, 50% wool, except it sheds everywhere. So I wear a lot of like black jeans and black leggings, and it was just like getting white bits all over my black leggings, which I assume is the Angora.
Angora, yeah.
But yeah,
it's nice.
So
I like it.
It's come out really nice. The only thing is maybe that the violet, that the original pattern, it's the same yarn. It's a
it has a red, doesn't it? Like
it's like a coral. Yeah, it's the gray, the natural, and then a coral. But I think because the violet and the gray, obviously the gray is darker than the violet, but they kind of they're both on the darker scale of like tone. They almost like from far away, they almost blend into each other, and it's the white that really pops.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think it came out all right. And someone, I think it was Lisa on Instagram said that it looked like Space Invaders. Like
Yeah, I saw
it's
that.
like that. Yeah, it's that like particular purple that is like kind of very Space
The shape
Invaders.
too. Like the things that.
But yeah. So I'm really happy with it. I'm almost done.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
And I'm also happy that I've made a cowl that's quite like
Snug.
yeah, because I keep thinking my going way back to Cobbled Street cowl that I did for the Tunisian cowl. It's too loose. It's like you can't wrap it around twice, but it hangs really loose. So I keep thinking like, I might go back to it and rip it out just to make just to like shorten it and make it a snugger cowl to be more like this one because it'll actually keep your neck warm instead of like, because I have to do like a weird thing where I like kind of like fold it in the front and then like zip up my
Tuck
coat
it in.
so it stays. Yeah, and it's just awkward.
Yeah.
Right. Do you have any whips?
I do. The mittens that I started on my way to London.
The fiddlehead mittens?
Yep, I finished the first one, but I still have to do the lining. So there's a lining that goes in there.
So you just knit a lining?
No, you have to pick stitches up on the inside, and then you knit it. So it's like
What?
yeah, just like how I knit the linings for my hats sometimes.
Wait, so so does that mean like you can't pull out the lining? It's like stuck. It's actually attached to the
No, you'll be able to pull
inside?
it out. It'll look like
Oh.
two.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on the second one right now.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I don't think. I mean, this could count as our
Ultra
cowl,
Violet Cowl. Yeah.
but
It's not as ultra.
no. And I'm not going to
bit
finish. I don't
muted.
think I'll be able to finish it with the lining because I don't even have the lining yarn at this point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's I'm using. I want to use a mohair. And I do have
Fancy.
like a gray mohair. Maybe I'll use, but I was looking at.
This is a kid's mitten, right?
Yeah,
Kid's
this is for either the 9-year-old or the 11-year-old, almost 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm. It's a very girly mitten with like the light purple swirls and like the pinky background.
Yeah, so I'm really pleased with it.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
nice.
yeah, so that I finished half of this mitten on the way home from London.
Mm-hmm.
So it went pretty quick because I tried not to sleep. I didn't sleep at all coming home.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my only whip right now. Is that my only whip? Well, other than stuff that's in hibernation right now. Like the cowl that I'm making up, like the infinity
Cowl?
scarf that I'm making.
Infinity scarf. Huh?
The one with the blips.
Oh,
haven't
oh
touched
my
that.
gosh, you've been working on that for ages.
I haven't touched that in a while.
And your Maxfield cardigan? No.
I'm not working on that right now.
Uh-huh. That's fine. Well, I mean, the thing that I'm not working on is my my wisteria trellis shawl because I've been trying to get other things done because because this one's for the EOIF Blacker Yarns podcast
Oh, and that's over on the 15th.
of March. Yeah, so
Yes.
I figure I still have over a month to do that, so I'm still just
Just on the
On-
lacy part.
yeah, not even. I don't even know how many more pattern repeats I have to do. But someone was saying on Instagram as well that they picked out yarn to do the same shawl, and it happens to be like the same colors as me as well.
Oh, really? Oh,
I can't remember who it was, but
interesting to see how that one turns out.
mm-hmm.
Do you have any FOs?
Yes, so I do have FOs, just the one. Right? This was not finished last time, right? My
You
socks
did only
had one sock.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an FO. This is an FO. Yeah, my beltline cuff down
Cuff-down
socks.
sock.
So I've got them both.
Ooh, it
Done.
looks like a sock.
They look so much like socks. I'm so happy. Yeah, so the second one went by. I was able to finish it quite quickly, but I don't know what I did because, like, I think I ended up doing it, the second sock, 3 or 4 rounds shorter because as I was making it, I was like, this sock is way longer than the other sock. So I just sort of fudged it so that they're about the same size, but I still think the second one is longer, just generally. So I don't know if I was doing it looser or what, but they're mostly the same size. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I already talked about the problems that I was having with the pattern and stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of still found that the stitch counts of certain things just didn't seem to match up and stuff, and I don't know. But I was just gonna say that Haley, who is Hey-Ree on Instagram, she posted a picture a few days ago of the same socks that she finished. And I was saying to her that the right side of her sock is like the wrong side of my sock because the stitch looks different on either side. So I'm like, I don't know if I just did it wrong, but I'm sure nowhere in the pattern does it say specifically, because I don't know, I don't know how that happened, because obviously you do the cuff first, and it's on it you
pick up stitches? No, you
no,
don't pick up
yeah,
stitches.
yeah, but yeah, it's a separate piece to the rest of the sock. So I guess if you wanted, and it's there's no right side or wrong side of the cuff, you could. No, actually, I don't even know. Do it inside out. But then I was trying to think the picture of the actual sock in the book. Does it look more like mine or more like hers? I feel like it looks more like hers. There's almost a line from the previous row. I don't know.
Can you just flip yours inside out then?
Don't know. I mean, I guess I could, but the only thing is like where I sew the toe together.
Oh. Uh-huh.
So I guess if I just sewed the toe this way, it would basically, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
All that to say, I actually do really like that side of the stitch, my wrong side.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was the wrong side for me, like, because I didn't, whatever. And like, I keep thinking like that looks so nice that it would make a nice like sweater.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so I'm rambling so much.
Is that your only FO?
That is my only FO.
Well, I finished my cowl. My Gris de lin.
Your Ultra Violet Cowl.
Ultra Violet Cowl.
Cowl. Your Ultra Violet Cowl.
Yeah. So that came out nice. It's nice and warm. I wore it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And
you didn't take a picture?
I didn't take a picture of me wearing it, but I did take a picture on a hanger.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Like how it is in the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm really pleased with it. It's really warm and squishy.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's funny because I felt like I already talked about this because I finished it on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working on other stuff since I've been home.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then your grandmother asked for a hat. The last time I saw her.
Which grandmother?
Your Nai.
Oh.
And I made her a hat.
Mm-hmm.
I made up my own chart. It's just yarn that I have at home. It's a sport weight.
Mm-hmm.
And
are they the same? Are each color the same yarn?
Yes, they're. It's a Knit Picks yarn. I'll put a link to it. Yeah, it could be. It's purple.
Very light purple.
Lavender.
What is the other color? Like a teal or a gray?
It's just a green.
Green and purple.
Madeline says it looks like a mermaid tail.
Thick scales.
Yeah.
So is basically just like circles?
Yeah, circles like coins, like the coins with the thing in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something similar on Ravelry,
mm-hmm.
and so I just made my own chart
mm-hmm.
and went off. So there's that, and the reason why I'm not working on my Maxfield, I finished it yesterday.
Oh, you. Oh no! Well, I've been working on it.
I said I'm not working on it.
Yay!
I'm not all that crazy about how the front part is darker than the rest of it because of that. I had one skein of yarn that dyed up darker than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't any other way for me to do this, so it's okay.
Well, at least it's that front part, so it looks like it could be intentional, rather than like hat part of a side, or I don't know.
Last time we spoke about this sweater, I said that I had to knit the sides, right? The front two. That it's basically one long scarf that you knit,
mm-hmm.
and then you graft, or two actually. You graft the ends together,
mm-hmm.
and then you sew it onto the body of the sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if I had known there was going to be this
Yeah.
much sewing, I would not have picked up this pattern. But you know what? The sewing, it didn't really take that long.
Uh-huh.
I did it on Saturday,
mm-hmm.
just on the floor. There's a picture of Willet like laying on it because he wouldn't. It's like, oh, this is a nice woolly sweater. I'm gonna roll around on it and not let mommy do any work.
uh-huh.
I was all excited, and then I looked back at the pattern. I was like, oh crap! I have to pick up 281 stitches along the front edge and do a ribbing. Like, oh. So I spent the rest of the night picking up the stitches.
Uh-huh.
And yesterday, on and off, I knit the ribbing.
Uh-huh.
And then yesterday at night, Madeline went out to the movies with her friends, and I spent the evening weaving in all the ends. So the front part has to be blocked a little bit,
uh-huh.
and the underarm part, because I had to sew the seam here.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, it's all done.
Did you dye the gray yarn yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So all but that one skein came out really, darker than I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy. Yay!
You're gonna have to model it, the whole thing.
I
You should do get Madeline to do a boomerang of you like twirling.
Okay, I'll try if she cooperates. So I'm so excited that I'm finished with the sweater.
How long did it take?
Oh, I don't know. I started it before in September, I think, and then I set aside and started and finished a different sweater, and I picked this one back up.
Nice.
So,
are you gonna bring it with you to EYF?
Yes, I don't know if I'll be able to wear it because it might be too warm inside.
You know what? Everyone is just very stoic about it and just sweats in their sweaters.
I don't like sweating, so I might have to wear a different sweater, the lighter sweater.
Yay! Well, it looks great.
Yay. Thank you. I'm so excited. I'm already thinking about my next sweater. Like as I was sewing this one up, I was like, "Hey, what's gonna be my next sweater?" Yeah, I'm on a sweater kick.
Yeah, and a hat kick.
Yeah, I seem to be making lots of hats too. I suppose I could always put the chart on the notes for this hat.
Oh, you've gone back to the hat. Yeah. Or we've got a platform, we've got a blog where there's already a pattern. Of course, you'd have to like do more than just the chart, I suppose.
Yeah.
Just saying, there's a crochet pattern on there and no knitting patterns.
Okay, fine. I'll think about it.
Oh, those are your FOs?
Those are my FOs. I have 3.
Okay, yeah, sorry. You have 3.
That's pretty good.
And I have 1. That was basically nearly finished last time. Yeah, I definitely, in some ways, overcommitted myself with these 3 projects, plus the scarf that I'm working for Sam, plus the blanket that I haven't looked at in like 17 million years. And I was kind of working at them all at the same time, but then slowly reverted back to being monogamous, because like that's how I work on things. So I was like, right, which one has deadlines first, basically? So we finished the socks first, and then now I've just been working on the Ultra Violet KCAL because that one ends first, and then moving on and da-da-da. So I'm just, I can't work on more than one project at the same time, I think, ultimately. I don't know how other people finish so many projects. I don't think I'm like a super slow crocheter, but...
Maybe they don't sleep.
Yeah, or watch as much TV as I watch.
But I get a lot of knitting done when I'm watching TV.
That's true, yeah.
And sewing. I get a lot of sewing done when I watch TV, too.
Do you have any yarny bits and bobs? I like how like this has become a segment accidentally. Yarny bits and bobs. It's just sort of like slowly like creeped its way in.
I have no bits and bobs.
Okay, neither do I.
I haven't really been doing a whole lot because I feel like I got home. How long have I been home? Not quite 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, not quite.
I got home from London, and then it was like, oh my gosh, I have so much things that I have to do. Like, just catching up in the house, doing laundry, and then, of course, in the shop because there were a lot of things I had to replace. So, yeah, I didn't really do all that much.
Oh, that's right. I do have a mommy pedia question for you that I've not forewarned you about.
That you didn't warn me about?
Yeah.
So it's not what's written on their notes?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there was no specific
So basically...
question.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's a question. Like, I don't know what I thought. I had written it down, like, a couple weeks ago. But basically, when it comes to, like, the colorings of yarns, what is the lingo?
What is the lingo?
Yeah. Right, so when someone says, like, a variegated yarn, what exactly does that mean?
Variegated usually means random colors on one yarn.
So like my sock, is that a variegated yarn?
That's almost like a self-striping.
Oh yeah, it was. So what about the blue yarn in your Maxfield
Yeah,
cardigan?
that would, I think, would be considered a variegated because it's just random colors in one yarn. And then you have your self-striping.
Right. Sorry. When you say random colors, like, couldn't they be all, like, related?
They could be.
So, like, the yarn that you bought me from Webs.
Yeah, I mean, that could be considered a variegated unless it's hand-dyed, then it would be hand-dyed.
What makes it not a hand-dyed variegated yarn?
If it wasn't hand-dyed, I mean, if it was machine-dyed.
But, I mean, if it was hand-dyed, would it not still be variegated?
Yeah, I guess it still would be.
It would just be both?
It'd be both. Or sometimes, if it's hand dyed and it's tonal, like my gray yarn that I use, that's a hand dyed tonal.
Tonal, and that would just be like basically it's one color, but kind of
variation
tonal
color.
Yeah, variation to the color. Right.
All right.
And then
Like it would read as a solid if you step away from it. Usually, that's what tonals are. But
right, but it's not completely
like
solid.
a complete solid.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
And then you asked about marled too. Marled usually is when they have strands of different colors and then they spin together.
Right. Okay. So that would be like, I think my acute sweater was marled. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if you remember. But I feel like in terms of like fashion, like people talk about like a marled gray, but that's not actually what it is. Then it's not marled in the same way.
I don't know. It might be.
I don't think so, because like when I think of like a marled gray like sweatshirt,
what about like what you're wearing right now?
That no, like a marled gray sweatshirt is like that sort of like it's got like whitish bits in the gray, but it's not like consistent. It's not like it's running through every single. It'd be more like tonal or something.
Or even heathered, like when they say something's heathered.
I feel like heathered and marled when it comes to like sweatshirts is like the same thing almost.
Yeah, I guess maybe it has different, depends on
meanings.
who's talking. And
right. And then self-striping. It's self-striping.
And solids. I'm sure there's even more words that I just don't, you didn't really give me time to prepare for this one.
Sorry. But yeah, I guess with like my sock thingy, it is self-striping, but it would look way different as a knitted sock, huh?
Probably, yeah.
Right.
Okay. Do you have any favorite things this time?
I do. So this is going to be really weird, but my skin right now is super soft because I bought some new lotion. I bought some lotion from Lush, and it's purple, and that's why I was thinking about it, because it's a purple lotion. I'm like thinking about all things purple this month. It's called Sleepy, and it's like lavender scented, and it says lavender and tonka beans. I don't know what that is. Is that a kind of vanilla?
I have no idea. Why didn't you Google it?
I don't know. But anyways, it just smells really nice, and like literally 2 days of using it, I'm like, my legs are so soft.
Nice.
Anyway, so if you're looking for a lotion, that's a nice lotion.
It's called what?
It's called Sleepy.
Sleepy, because it's got lavender in it?
Yeah. But
okay.
It just...
I do love lavender.
Yeah, me too. Like, I mean, we had lavender cupcakes at our wedding.
Yeah, I recently got a lavender tea that's really nice. I think I got it from the supermarket. It's not anything super special, but it was nice. Paula got me into it. She's like, it's like lavender honey or lavender something, I can't remember. And when I was in the store next, like, oh, that's the tea that we had. I'm gonna have some.
Do you have a favorite thing?
I do not have a favorite thing right now, because I didn't know we were going to do that this time around. But I do have something for Nerdtastic.
Yeah?
I finished The Crown.
So what'd you think? Yeah, I finished a while ago.
Yeah, do you even remember it? Yeah, season 2.
Do I? I don't know. Yeah, a bit.
The last episode really confused me. I didn't know what the heck was going on. Like, they were talking about the controversy with I'm like, what the heck? I didn't know what was going on. It's like, did I miss something? Did I skip an episode? And I just felt like it was just such a anticlimactic last episode.
Yeah, actually, no, I know what you're talking about. I was a bit confused as well. Like, the whole mystery man thing with the photo, and it's like, was it actually...
Was that him? I'm like,
Prince
if
Philip,
it was him, what's the big deal? Like, it's just a bunch of... I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking at Wikipedia, right?
It
says, the media begins to speculate about a, quote, mystery man seen in a photograph of a party hosted by London osteopath, is that a kind of doctor? Stephen Ward, who is charged with a series of immorality offenses. Sometime later...
He was the one who committed suicide.
Yeah, Ward commits suicide. And that's where they find the portrait of Philip along with his stuff. I don't know what the immorality... I can't remember what the offenses were.
I don't think they actually spelled them out in the show.
Yeah. I don't know. So, was it all just mostly to do with, like, hookers and stuff like that? Sex scandals?
Maybe. I don't know. They didn't, like I said, they didn't really spell anything out.
I think that's
so it was just
what it was
probably
to do with.
What it was.
Right now. Now I'm on the Wikipedia page for Stephen Ward.
I don't know.
Amid a range of rumors of widespread sex scandals in government and high society, the police began to investigate word. So yeah, I feel like maybe they didn't big it up enough.
Yeah, so that was confusing to me, and I felt like that was a weird way to end the
series.
Not the series, the season.
Well, here, a season is a series.
Yeah, and because we're not going to see them anymore, it's going to be new actors next season. Mm-hmm. So I was a little disappointed.
Oh, and you were saying you weren't very happy with the new Prince Philip.
With Prince Philip? Did I say I wasn't happy? I don't know who's going to play Prince
Was it not going to be Paul Bettany?
Oh, yeah.
Did they actually confirm that?
I don't know. I don't remember. You're online. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're not that much older than the current ones.
Yeah. Olivia Colman is 44.
Mm-hmm.
And Claire Foy is 33.
Okay.
It's 11 years older.
Yeah.
So, seems about whatever.
I just think he's just very odd looking.
But
then Matt Smith is also a very odd looking person.
It's the same for Matt Smith is 35 and Paul Bettany is 46. So
okay.
That's another.
We're watching it. Madeline was watching me watch the last episode. Like, he has no lips and he has no eyebrows. And then she's like, and he looks really weird as a blonde. Because, she's a big Doctor Who fan.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, the actress that played Princess Margaret, I thought she was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she's also drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah. But the whole, this whole, season, her life, it was just kind of sad, depressing.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like What's-His-Face always plays creepy guys. Not creepy, but
Paul Bettany?
No.
Tony?
Tony, yeah. What's his name? Goodman, I think. Matt Goodman?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway.
He always plays creepy guys?
Not always, but he sometimes does. Right.
Yeah. I didn't understand the whole thing, when they were at the palace and he's, lying on the floor. I was like, why is he lying on the floor?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Prince Philip walks in. He's like, hey, what are you guys doing here, basically? And Margaret's, looking out the window, saying something about she came to support Elizabeth because the Prime Minister quit or something. I don't remember, but she just missed her. She's already gone off to Scotland. And there's Tony just lying on the floor smoking.
Oh, he's just,
that was really odd.
Languid and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I thought was interesting was that he was hiding the fact that he had a limp from his polio. How do you hide that from a person?
That was a thing? I missed that.
Well, he had
attention.
He had a cane, and then he was limping around. And then when he realized Margaret was coming up into his flat, he hurriedly threw his cane under a pillow or something to hide it. And then that he had polio or something as a child. So how do you hide it for that long from a person that you're sleeping with? I don't know.
Right. So
yeah,
I know you've been very productive with your bags.
Oh yes.
Yes. Just so any new listeners are aware, our podcast is sponsored by Pearl and Plum, which is an Etsy shop featuring bags made by you.
Yep. It's mostly knitting/crochet project bags, and then I have some tote bags too. The project bags they're made from cotton, and some of the tote bags, they're mostly upcycled, either from shopping bags that I procure from other places, like plastic ones, or
tea towels.
So, since I got home from London, I whipped out 4 plastic bags, and they all have London themes. And even the fabric ones, they also have London on it. I buy these tea towels, and then I rip them up and make them into bags.
Okay.
So this was my newest favorite.
That is really cute.
And I did end up getting, like I was telling you, a gingham for the inside.
So cute.
Yeah. And it's got corgis on them, too, so Madeline really likes it. Madeline was saying, why don't you just keep one for yourself? I'm like, well, I already have so many bags. I can't keep them for myself anymore.
The London Lovers tote, that one I think is really cute.
Which one?
I don't know. You've named it London Lovers Tote on the Etsy shop. That's more tea towels, I think.
The other tea towel one, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
that one is very cute.
The illustrations are just like these little illustrations, and they're just so cute.
Yeah, this is actually, she has a name too. She's an illustrator, Alice Tate.
Yeah.
So she illustrates children's books and other things and ads and stuff. So yeah, I really like this one too. In fact, I think I saw some mugs with her drawings on them when we were in London.
And then the other thing I was looking at the shop that I really like is the lovely llamas.
Oh, I just made those.
Oh, because I know like the other llama bags are really cute as well. And you've had like those sorts of fabrics in for a while.
I literally just bought that last week.
Oh, it's really cute. It's like it's more. It's less graphic than the other.
Less cartoony.
Yeah, like less whatever. It's more like proper
realistic?
Illustrations. No, like really like watercolory sketchy sort of illustrations of llamas and cactuses and stuff, and it's just really cute.
That plaid on a bias that I used for that. I mean, I only have like a small piece left, so I only have enough to make maybe one more bag, and then all the other ones will have to be with another fabric.
That's really cute.
So yeah, Madeline really likes that too because it has cactus on them.
Oh, it is really cute. Man, I
really
want it.
cacti.
I want it.
I have more fabric.
Right, so I think that's the first like shop talk we've had in a while, like a proper shop talk.
Yeah, because been so busy knitting and crocheting. Yeah, and then it's now like we're at this end of the holidays. It's February. It's not like nowhere near the holidays now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
that's not your excuse anymore.
No, like January, all of January is like you feel like you're just recovering from the holidays. Yeah. And now that it's February, you can't really make that excuse.
For other reasons, but February is gonna be like my fresh start to the new year. Get back into my routine, eat better food.
Oh yeah, eating. Oh boy, I was eating like 5-year-old for all of the holidays.
Mighty. Shall we say goodbye?
You shall. You should.
Okay. You can find our show notes at our website, which is kcacypodcast.wordpress.com. And you can follow us on Instagram at kcacypodcast. Subscribe, like, comment, review, blah, 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 blah on iTunes, YouTube, where you can, either listen or watch to our podcast. Definitely join our Ravelry group and say hey in the welcome thread, and totally join in the Ultra Violet KCAL. We've got the chat thread on the Ravelry group as well. And you can use hashtag Ultra Violet KCAL on Instagram so we can see all your cool projects. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thanks for listening.
And remember to keep calm and carry yarn.